Hello, today we will be folding an origami magic ball designed by Kade Chan. This is one of the most well-known origami models on YouTube, and in this video I will teach you how to fold this model with great detail. This model requires a rectangle with the dimension ratio of 1:2. This means that the paper must have a length that is twice as long as the height. A rectangle with the dimensions of 20 centimeters by 40 centimeters is recommended, but if this is your first time, I would definitely not recommend using paper any smaller than that. So let's start by folding in half vertically. So take this left edge and fold it over to the right edge. Align the edges nicely and then make a crease. And then unfold. Now we're going to fold this left edge into the center crease that we just created. So line that up and then make a crease. And then do the same thing on the right. So you can just align that with this edge here. And then you can unfold both of those. So now your paper should be divided into 4 equal segments. From here we want to divide even further. So let's start by taking this left edge and let's fold it over to this crease here. Just make a crease and then unfold. And you'll notice that you just divided this segment here. So now it's half the size that it just was. And that's exactly what we want to do with these other 3 segments. So to do this, now we're going to take this right edge and we're going to fold it over to this crease here. So just align those 2. And then make a crease. And then unfold. So now we're left with these 2 end segments. And to divide them, we just have to fold the edge of the segment into the crease on the other side of the segment. So just align that with the crease there and make a crease. And then you can unfold. And do the same thing on the right. So just align this edge with this crease here. Line it perfectly and then make a crease. And now we have 8 equal segments. Now we want to divide these segments even further. So to do this, we're just going to do the same technique that we just did, but we're just going to do it a couple more times. So let's start with this left edge and we're going to fold it over to the first crease. So we're just dividing that 1 segment there. So just align that nicely and make a crease. And then you can unfold. And then you just keep going. So now we're going to pull this edge here to this crease here. So you just skip over this segment here, and we just go to the next one. So just align that there, and make a crease. Now when we unfold it, you'll notice that the segment that we skipped now has a crease inside of it. So whatever segment that you skip, you'll create a crease inside of it and divide it even further. So now we're just going to continue this pattern until this edge reaches this edge. So just align it with this crease. And something that might help you is if you just pull this edge along closer to the other side, then you'll see where you need a crease. See, here it already falls upon a crease. So you have to make sure that it aligns with another crease. So you just have to keep pulling it and you'll see where it needs to make a crease. So there's no crease here and we've already reached this line. So that means that we have to make a crease. So to do this, we just make a crease down at this end and then unfold. And that's as far as we can go, because if we go any further, then this edge would have reached this edge and you can't do anything from there. So now we have to do that same technique, but we have to start from this side. So we're just going to align this edge with this crease here. So we're just dividing one segment again. Make a crease and unfold. And then you can just pull it forward like I showed you. See, there's already a crease here, so we just have to pull it a little bit more. And then we reach this crease here, so we have to make a crease there. And then we just go another time, so just keep pulling it forward towards the other edge. There's a crease there, so we don't need to make a crease. And just keep pulling it forward until it's necessary to make a crease. So right here we're lined up with another crease, and then just make a crease on the edge, and then unfold. And you have to do the same thing with this last one here. So just keep pulling it and pulling it until you find the place where you need to make the crease. And just align that nicely, make a crease, and then unfold. Now we have to divide each segment one more time. So once we're done, we'll have 32 equal segments. So as of now, we have 16, and we're just going to do that same technique that we've been doing. So we're just going to fold this first one in half, and this one in half, and we're just going to continue down the row. And now you should have 32 equal divisions. Now we will be creating 8 equal divisions by just using horizontal creases. So to do this, we're just going to use the same method as we did before, but this time we're just doing it horizontally. So let's take this top edge and fold it down to the bottom edge. Try to make sure it lines up. And a good reference is to make sure that all of the creases line up as well. So as long as they all line up, then you should have a pretty nice crease. Once you have that, then you can unfold it. And again, like we did before, we're just going to fold this edge and this edge into the center crease. Once you've done this, then you can do the same thing with the bottom. So just pull that up and align it with the center crease. Okay, and now when you have this, you can just unfold both of those. And you should see 4 equal divisions.